In the quiet of the early morning, when silver mist drifts between the trees, the forest seems to hold its breath. And there, at the edge of the woods, stands a small fox, often unseen and too easily forgotten. Before him, a river roars, wild, unsteady, unforgiving. Others have crossed it, but only with fear in their eyes and warnings on their lips. Do not try, they say. The water is too strong. The fox steps closer, then stops. Safety whispers, stay where you are, but something deeper whispers, go. Slowly, he places one paw on the stone, feels the river strike back, and knows there will be no easy way across. Still, he does not turn away. He jumps. The river explodes upward, pulling him off balance, twisting his body in its grip. Cold water drags him down, spinning him where he did not choose to go. He fights, he claws, he gasps for air, and just before the current can take him farther, his claws strike stone, and he holds on, soaked, shaking, alive. But downstream, a darker sound waits, a roaring waterfall and a storm beginning to rise above. Rain falls harder, wind cuts through the trees, and doubt creeps back into his heart. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe this is where he stops. High above the river, silent and still, an owl watches. No warning, no command, only a steady gaze and a quiet truth. Sometimes the way forward is not where everyone looks. The fox follows that gaze to narrow paths along the edge, to stones hidden by fear, not distance. He tries again and again. Branches break, logs twist away. The river refuses careless plans. But something has changed. He stops rushing and begins to learn. He watches the water. He learns its rhythm, its pauses, its sudden surges. He waits, not for fear to vanish, but for understanding to arrive. Then he moves. A leap, a landing, a drifting log beneath his paws. The river still rages, but now he moves with it, not against it. And in that moment, he becomes more than a survivor. He becomes a guide. Others are watching from the shore, frozen by the same fear that once held him. He does not shout. He does not command. He shows them, step by careful step, that crossing is possible. One follows, then another. The storm strikes harder. Waves rise higher. Then a small cub slips, caught by the rushing water. Without thinking, the fox moves. Through spray and chaos, he reaches out and pulls the cub to safety, not because he is fearless, but because someone needs him to be brave. Ahead waits the final crossing, the strongest current, the narrowest stones. The fox does not hesitate. He chooses, he runs, he jumps. For one endless moment, the world seems to stop. Then, solid ground. One by one, they reach the shore. The rain softens. Clouds begin to break. Golden light touches the forest once more. The storm has passed. The river is behind them. The fox stands quietly. No cheers around him, no pride in his eyes, only breath and understanding. High above, the owl watches and nods in quiet respect. The others gather close, not because he is the strongest, but because he kept going. And together, they walk forward into a path lit by gentle sunlight. And a forest seems to whisper a lesson. The unknown will always be frightening, but courage, guided by thought and strengthened by persistence, can open paths where others see only danger. And sometimes, the smallest step forward is the moment that changes everything. Stories that teach,